What's going on, you guys? So sometimes I feel like we're manically chasing the next thing, right? And like the keeping up with the Joneses thing. And I feel like when I watch one phone review, before the video's done, there's another new phone out, and I can never keep up. I can never, every month I'd be spending thousands of dollars to keep up with all the new phones. And sometimes I, get disappointed. Like, am I doing something wrong that I can't afford all these phones or that I can't upgrade enough or all that? But then I go, how much of it is just us always trying to, what is it, FOMO, fear of missing out, or always trying to get the newest, hottest thing? But is it really worth it? Is year over year changes on these technologies really worth it? So today we have the Galaxy Fold 4, yes, the Fold 4, versus the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. Now, the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 was released this year in 2023. The Galaxy Fold 4 was released last year by Samsung in 2022. So I kind of wanted to break down a comparison. And if you guys have a Galaxy Fold 4, is it worth buying the Xiaomi Mix 3? Is it worth investing more? Or can you still feel good about yourself and not feel like you're missing out when you have the Fold 4? Right? Because I know every year there's a Fold 4, there's a Fold 5, Xiaomi Mix 3, Mix Fold 4. Every year, it's so hard to keep up. So let's compare these two. Let's get into it. So as far as the important specs, okay, the screen on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 is a 6.5-inch outer screen. Always got to keep wiping these off. With an 8.03 inner screen display, okay? The Galaxy Fold 4 has a 6.3-inch outer screen with a 7.06 inner screen display. Okay? There we go. Home screens. For the processor, the Xiaomi's running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 SM8350. And the Galaxy Fold 4 is running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SM8475. For the cameras, the Xiaomi has a 108 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel telephoto, 13 megapixel ultra wide, and a 20 megapixel front camera. The Galaxy Fold has a 50 megapixel main camera, 10 megapixel telephoto, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10 megapixel front camera. Okay, so we're going to take a few of the categories and we're going to break them down. We're going to assign a winner. And then at the end of it, we're going to go overall and we're going to see which phone is better and where you should be spending your money. Okay, so let's talk about the sound first. All right, the Fold 4 actually has better sound, in my opinion. A lot of these things are going to be subjective, but the Fold 4, in my opinion, actually has better sound quality. So let's go to YouTube. And let's check it out. We don't have a wife.
Selfie photo,
girlfriend.
hold your hand all the way out. You look like the grandpa that just learned how to take his first selfie, and I hate that. I hate selfies. So,
External speakers on the bottom facing on both.
the bottom line is this. If you guys are interested in photography, if you guys use your phone,
Vice versa, we don't have a boyfriend, or we don't have any friends, or we don't like to go out with our friends, or our friends don't like to go out with us. You guys understand how hard it is to try to get good pictures. Xiaomi.
Gauge, right? A little ruler, almost type ruler. So you can measure your phone out and see which of these adapters is the right fit for your phone.
Galaxy Fold 4. Always struggling trying to get good pictures, whether I'm working out, whether I'm hiking, or whatever you're trying to do out and about. I need to know if I can demo like songs. I need to know if I can go into YouTube Music and play songs on here without getting like my video deleted or copyright thing, whatever. I have no idea how any of that works. So in my opinion, the Galaxy Fold 4 sounds a little bit louder, sounds a little bit crisper.
Right. So then, get your books.
You're either trying to balance your phone in weird ways. You're trying to
set it up on.
It sounds a little bit louder to me, okay? Now, as far as like call quality, I didn't really notice a difference from one to the other. But then again, a lot of us nowadays, we're either going to be on speakerphone or we're going to be in our headphones or headset, and that's how we usually take our calls. So I didn't notice too much difference in the call quality for as far as sound, but I do think the Fold 4 has louder external speakers. Bluetooth connectivity, it's almost every video I'm talking about this. How far away in the gym can I walk away from these phones and still have connectivity in my headphones, okay? Can I go all the way across the gym? If I need to drop my 25s, if I grab my 25s and I go, man, I actually need the 35s, okay? Because I'm just so much stronger than I thought I was today, right? Just so much more built today than I thought I was. Can I walk all the way across the gym and grab the 30-pound dumbbells, or do I have to take the phone with me? Okay. Fold wins on this one. All right. For the Xiaomi, one of the things I was disappointed in is in my headphones, the sound wasn't getting loud enough. If you guys watch my review on this phone, I talked about how I kept cranking up the sound up button during my runs, but the volume wasn't going up because it was already maxed. On this phone, I don't do that as much. So on sound, the winner is the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. Okay. Next topic, the biometrics. Okay. On this one, super simple. The Xiaomi knocks it out of the park. These Chinese phones have got it down with the biometrics. These Xiaomi phones, the Vivo phones, I cannot even look in their direction. They're already letting me in. I can't even demo these phones. They're already letting me in. One thing this does, one super frustrating thing this Galaxy Fold 4 does, is I find myself a lot of times, and of course, this could be user error, whatever. A lot of times when I'm picking the phone up, when I'm grabbing it, it's going to try to register my thumb. And it just does it like 5 times in a row, boom, 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 and then it locks me out. I got to enter my PIN code, okay? But as far as the locking on this, Samsung Galaxy lets you right in. You know, and when you're spending over $1,000 on any of these phones, the biometrics are going to work. If you guys watch one of my reviews on that cheap phone that I did, or you'll see how long it takes to log in. But these phones, you know, the Xiaomi's, I can't even demo the right way. It just lets you right in. So the winner for the biometrics is the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. Okay. If you're keeping score, that's 1 for Galaxy Fold 4, 1 for Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. Okay. Now let's talk about the battery. All right. In my opinion, the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 beats out the Galaxy Fold 4 battery, okay? On the Xiaomi, you have a 4,800 milliamp hour battery. On the Galaxy Fold 4, you have a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, okay? So the battery on the Xiaomi is bigger to begin with, okay? I noticed after a few months that the battery on the Galaxy Fold 4 started lagging on me a little bit. And it started kind of to drop a little bit faster during the day, and I'd have to charge it more. Now, I was using this for an emulator. I was using my Galaxy Fold 4 as an emulator, so I was playing a decent amount of games on it, but they were super old games. They were retro games like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, so it wasn't anything that was a drain on the battery. But I did notice after a few months, the Galaxy Fold 4 started to lag a little bit, and you know, old man mode, I'm 95 years old mode, I get mad, and I don't even feel good saying this, because I feel like such a conspiracy theorist, okay? But I feel like the batteries in these things keep getting, not worse, they keep getting bigger, and they keep getting better, but still, they start to deteriorate faster. They start to get worse faster. That's my opinion, right? So after a few months, the Galaxy Fold 4 battery did start to lag a little bit. The Xiaomi going strong. Obviously, you're gonna get about a day. If you're a heavy user, you're gonna get about a day on each of these phones, no problem. The Galaxy Fold 4, you might have to start charging in the evening, but the Xiaomi's gonna carry you right through. Okay, that's the battery. Now let's talk about the processing speed, guys. So for the processing speed on these phones, you're not going to notice a difference, okay? Like I said, the processor on the Xiaomi is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, and the processor on the Galaxy is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1. So the Xiaomi, it's a newer phone. You'd expect it to run a little bit faster, but you're not going to notice a difference, okay? On a day-to-day use, scrolling through, you're not going to notice a difference, okay? Let's notice. Let's go. Let's get it over to let me see what opens up. I'm always afraid to see what opens up. Okay. Scroll speeds, load speeds, everything is flagship level here. Everything is flagship level on both of these phones. You guys see I'm running for those of you guys who asked me, I'm running my Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. I'm running it on T-Mobile. My SIM card is in here. T-Mobile on. I've been getting 5G. I've been getting 4G LTE, no problems, and I'm here in the US, okay? I'm looking for camping spots right now, so that's kind of where we're at. So let's go to, let's see, Samsung.com. So you almost see the Fold 4 almost loading it a little bit quicker, right? Let's go to apple.com. Quick. Let's hit him at the same time and see what's up. Let's go to Tech Radar. Ready? Okay, so it looks like the Xiaomi pulled it up a little bit quicker, right? On a day-to-day level, you're not going to notice a difference with these processors. These phones are going to do what you need them to do. I've used both of these as my daily drivers, and both of these phones are going to get you done. The speed on both of these is, I wouldn't say it's flagship level, but it's there. It's there. It's going to get you around, and it's going to get you done. So, technically, for the processing speed, the winner is the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. Technically, in the real world, I don't think you guys are going to notice a difference, okay? So what is that if you guys are keeping track? That's 1 for Samsung Galaxy and 3 for the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. So that's sound for Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, the biometrics, the battery, and the processing speed for the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3, okay? Now let's move on to the display. Let's talk about the display. These are both turned up, max brightness. You see I got the same wallpaper on. So judge for yourself, right? Let's switch these wallpapers out just to get another read on it. Now let's get something a little brighter going here so you guys can see for yourselves and compare. So let's go Seascapes. Seascapes. Okay, right there. So this is what it's going to look like. Full brightness on both phones. So in the display department, the Xiaomi wins on both. The outer display is bigger and the inner display is bigger. So the outer display is 6.53 compared to 6.3 for the Galaxy Fold. You guys can see. And the inner display is 8.03 for the Xiaomi and 7.6 for the Galaxy Fold. Okay. As you guys can see. So the Xiaomi wins on size alone. One of my biggest gripes with the Galaxy Fold 4 is that the outer display is almost too small to use consistently for all of your things, but the inner display is almost too big to have it always open, right? So I got stuck in this weird middle ground of because it's not very comfortable to type on this and the keyboard's so small. So I got stuck in this weird middle ground between not really knowing, and it's not knowing, you guys will figure it out based on your use case, but it's this not knowing which screen I want to use for what application. On this Xiaomi, you can use the front screen for everything you want. The size is perfect. It feels good in the hand. You can type it. It's no problem typing. It's no problem looking at videos. You don't have that issue. This Fold 4, I was always stuck in the in-between. Both displays are bright, crisp, vibrant, as you guys can see. Maybe just from looking at it dead on, the Xiaomi looks a little bit more vibrant than the Fold 4. But honestly, unless you guys have both of them sitting here side by side, you're not going to notice much of a difference. They both are going to get you there, okay? the always on display on Xiaomi, I've always liked these Xiaomi always on displays, right? This, I have pages get smashed right here, but you can change it to a picture or you can change it to wording. You can change it to different coloring. The thing I still don't like about the Samsung always on displays is they don't give you enough room. They give me the small picture and I appreciate it while I have it. But man, now with the iPhone having their always on display and they got that beautiful dim picture that fills up the whole screen. I absolutely love it. So the always on display on the Xiaomi, it's more customizable. You have more options. It's better. The always on display and the other displays. The winner is Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 for the displays. Let's get into the cameras, okay? I'm going to use my favorite word here. Both of these cameras are mid, okay? Both these cameras are mid to mid-high, all right? If you're choosing a phone just based on the camera, you're going to go with neither of these, okay? The reason you're going to choose one of these is because of the folding factor, right? It's because you're going to get the big tablet and then you're going to get your outer screen if you want it to, right? It's cool. It's an awesome phone. It's totally different than the slab, but a camera beast, none of these are, okay? So as you guys are taking a look in the comparison pictures, you guys can judge for yourself, but they're pretty much neck and neck in my opinion, okay? The selfie camera on the Xiaomi in a practical sense is way better than the one on the Fold, okay? The selfie camera on the Xiaomi, my girl and I are always looking at this. I took a selfie of us the other day and she was like, oh, wow, that made me look so good, okay? So I like the selfie camera a lot more on the Xiaomi. I would say the Xiaomi camera wins overall. So the winner for this category is the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. So if you guys have been keeping tabs, the Fold 4 has won the sound, and the Xiaomi has won the biometrics, the battery, the processing speed, the display, and the camera, okay? So we're looking at 5 to 1 by now, okay? Now let's get into the software, okay? So the software, the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 has better software than the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. I'm going to tell you guys that right now for several reasons, okay? The Samsung UI just runs so smooth by now. They've got this thing almost down. It runs so good on these phones. It works so well with the Fold, with the outer screen, with the inner screen. This Xiaomi, there's a couple things on it that I don't like as far as the software. Let's talk about number one. You can't do horizontal split screen, okay? Let's do a demo real quick. So if I open up YouTube right here,
weird angles and weird things, or you're trying to do the
open in split screen view, okay? Let's say I got Reddit on the other side here, maybe not. I got Reddit right there, okay? I can flip these. Boom. Boom. Horizontal split screen. On this, you don't have that. They're only vertical, okay? They're only vertical. And you flip it, vertical. You don't have the option. And this is both ways on this Galaxy Fold. Flip it like this, you can still flip. You do whatever you want, right? So what ends up happening is on this phone,
this is the setup. This is showing you how to twist it and use it.
let me play this YouTube full screen. Man, see, look at this thing lagging. It doesn't want to go at all. Come on, what's going on? Hang on a second. Let's go Reddit. See, this software's trolling me as it is right now. So here's how your screen is going to look full screen on YouTube. Right here. What is that? How can I watch what full screen is that? Do the same thing over here.
Put it up on weird angles and weird things.
Galaxy Fold 4. Boom. You got the screen right there. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want it to fill the screen. Let's go ahead and flip it. Boom. Now you have this thing filling full half of the screen, whatever half you want. Swap them, whatever half you want. this is not it. This is not it right here. You can split the screens on both of these phones, but this is not it. The customizability of the split screen on the Xiaomi is far less than the Samsung Galaxy Fold. And as far as the software goes, it tells me that Samsung has got this folding software down quite a bit more than Xiaomi does up to this point, okay? Another thing is, you can't have separate home screens. The way your setup is gonna be on the front screen, on the outer screen on the Fold, on the Xiaomi Mix Fold, it's gonna sit the same way on here, right? If I remove this off of here, it's gonna be gone here too. On this, you have two separate home screens, however you want them. And you can set it in the settings to do the same thing, or you can have two separate screens set up. So you get much more customizability with this software, period. And this is a big deal on these phones, guys. This may be the biggest deal on these phones as far as comparing them. The software, the UI on the Samsung runs way better, okay? Now, I will say this, on the Fold 4, I've had it for a long time now. I've had it since it came out. And after a while, it does get a little bit laggy, okay? It starts to, you can't zip around on it like you used to, okay? Now, you can delete some things, and obviously if you want to do a factory reset, whatever, but it's not going to get to that. It's not even going to be that bad, right? So, but it does start to lag a little bit after a while. The Samsung UI, at the end of the day, feels like a smooth and finished product. And the Xiaomi just feels like maybe like a work in progress, right? Not that it's unfinished, not that it's bad, just maybe a little bit incomplete. There's some weird things, there's some weird hiccups that the software does that doesn't happen on the Galaxy Fold 4. So the winner for this, the winner for the software UI is the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. Okay, now on to the hardware. Let's flip it the other way, okay? This Xiaomi, it feels, look at the square edges. It feels big. It feels square. It feels luxurious, business-like almost. Business-like it feels like. I love opening this phone, and I love how this phone feels in my hand when it's open. Again, this section is going to be more of a preference for you guys. For me personally, I love how this Xiaomi feels in my hand, and I love the square. I think it feels so professional and so luxurious. I love the way this feels, right? So for the hardware, you get the bigger screens. And I like how they look better, right? The Xiaomi, and one more thing for the hardware, the Fold, when you're opening this phone, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It almost feels like pulling open an old tome, an old book, right? What's this? I don't know exactly how to explain this to you guys, but this Xiaomi opens up so nice. It's so smooth throughout the open, and then it snaps in place at the end. Boom. So smooth throughout the open, boom, and it snaps in place. This thing, it's kind of funny because hardware-wise, this Galaxy Fold feels cheaper. Software-wise, the Xiaomi feels cheaper. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. There's nothing perfect in this world, you guys. So the Fold feels smaller because it is, and it feels that way. But it's actually a little bit more comfortable to hold in the hand. You know, I didn't notice this at first. I was enthralled with the Xiaomi and how everything fits and how everything folds and the display, all of it. That when I went to pull this phone back out a few weeks ago, I didn't notice just how good it felt. This thing now, and I don't even want to say this, but it's almost too big, right? To where this feels comfortable and nice in your hand. And when you open it, it feels compact and nice and homey almost. Homey, all right? Cozy. Let's put it that way. Cozy. So it brings me to an interesting point, right? It's like we can find pros and cons for all of these things, and we can complain till we're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, nothing's going to be perfect. So you got to get the thing that works for you, right? You got to get the thing that you like the most based on your preferences, okay? So as far as the hardware, going over it, the Xiaomi takes this hands down. The Xiaomi takes this hands down, okay? All right, so if you guys are keeping track, that's 1, 2 for the Fold, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Xiaomi. The Xiaomi's got biometrics, battery, processing speed, display, and camera. and the hardware, and the Galaxy Fold 4 has a software UI and the sound, okay? So let's move on to US compatibility, all right? On this one, Samsung obviously wins. You guys know I'm in the US. I use all these phones in the US. I use all these phones as my daily drivers for a certain point of time just to test them out. The Galaxy Fold wins hands down. There's no knock on Xiaomi for this, okay? Especially if Xiaomi releases a phone that doesn't have a global version. You can't get on here and clown them for not playing well with Google Play apps, right? Because it's not meant to. It's meant to play with the apps that it's meant to play with, right? So when we set up Google here, my Xiaomi, and like I keep saying, I use this as my daily driver right now. It works perfectly fine in the US. It works. I get all my notifications. I have no problems. I'm not missing anything, okay? But it takes some setup. I have another video showing how to set up all the apps so that you get all of your notifications on the Xiaomi, but it takes some setup, right? So it's no knock on Xiaomi because it's not even meant to play as well with Google Play apps. But as far as US compatibility, this Samsung is going to be here all day long. It's not even a comparison. It's not even a comparison, okay? And here's the thing, you guys. These phones look cool from China, and they're great. They work great. There's no problems, right? But if anything goes wrong on this phone, if you open this phone and the screen cracks, you know, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? You're not going to call Xiaomi. They're not going to do anything for you. They're not meant to work here in the US. They're not meant to play here in the US. With Samsung, you have Samsung Care. You can hop on with their customer support, right? You get trade-in values, right? You get replacements, repairs. It's way easier to deal with here, right? This phone you buy, and you're kind of left to your own devices, right? You're left to your own devices, the Xiaomis, right? So as far as US compatibility, the Samsung phone beats this all the way, no comparison, okay? So let's go over a couple more things. The things that the Samsung Fold does that the Xiaomi Fold 3 does not do, okay? S Pen. S Pen. Biggest thing right here. I love the S Pen, okay? Use it for notes. Use it to write. I actually do use it all the time. Hey, y'all. I use it all the time. I love the S Pen. Now, on the Fold 4, you can't use it on the outside. Not compatible. You can only use it on the inner screen. But man, I tell you guys, if you guys are taking notes, I love it. I love the S Pen. And one more thing that's kind of complete out of place a little bit. I've been rocking this original Samsung Galaxy Fold case on it. Just the back. Kind of feels nice when it's open and you're holding it, because you almost got kind of a hook here behind for where the pen is. It kind of feels kind of nice to hold in the hand like this, okay? So, the S Pen, huge deal, you guys. No S Pen on Xiaomi. Samsung has stylus support with the Samsung S Pen, okay? Number 2, things Samsung Fold can do that Xiaomi doesn't. Horizontal screen flip. The thing we just went over in the display, the horizontal screen flip, all right? Number 3, separate home screens for the cover display and for the inner display. You can just, we went over, you can delete apps on one. It doesn't have to disappear from the other, okay? And number 4, Google compatibility. By far, Google compatibility is one thing that the Fold 4 Samsung does way better than the Xiaomi. Now, what does the Xiaomi do that the Samsung can't? Bigger front screen. This is a big deal, you guys. If you guys are into the hardware, if you guys are into the feel of the phone, this one's going to get you there. This one is not it. This 6.5-inch screen feels great in the hand, feels so comfortable, feels so luxurious, okay? Number 1. Number 2, bigger phone. It's a bigger phone overall, okay? It's about time we got the most real estate possible for these folding phones, okay? Bigger phone overall. Number 3, it's a classier feeling phone. The Xiaomi is a classier, more business-like, more professional feeling phone. I love the way this thing feels in my hands. It's not clunky at all. It's streamlined. It's slick, okay? Last thing, feels better to open and close. The hinge. I think Xiaomi does the hinge better than Samsung, okay? Getting towards the end here, guys. Thanks for sticking around. The price. The Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 is going to run you from $1,800 to $2,000, okay? Starting to see a few more of them pop up in the $1,500 range. So on the low end, call it $1,500, okay? If you find a used one, $1,400. The Fold 4, you'll be able to find it now around $700 on eBay, okay? Around $700. So around $1,400, around $700. Double. I understand. This is this year's phone. This is last year's phone. I get all that. This is new. This is old. Double. Double. Okay? At least. At least. The winner on this is a Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. Okay? So let's get a tally of what we have so far. Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 is in for 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. That's price, US compatibility, software, and sound. 4. And Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 is in for biometrics, battery, processing speed, display, camera, hardware. 6 to 4. So overall, okay, overall, a couple of the main points that I want to bring home here, all right? This right here is a bigger hardware phone. It's a better phone hardware-wise, okay? This right here, the software runs way better in the US. It's way more intuitive, and it's way more polished than this phone right here, okay? For Samsung, you're going to be able to take advantage of the trade-ins, right? Of the discounts here, Best Buy, whatever, right? Samsung Care, for example. This Xiaomi, you're left out on your own in the ocean. You're going to order this thing, and it's bye-bye birdie. You're on your own, all right? So all that being said, the winner for this category for overall, the Galaxy Fold 4, you guys. It's the Galaxy Fold 4. So the bottom line is this on this. The bottom line is, if you guys are shopping for a phone right now for a foldable, and you guys aren't playing with a bunch of cash, obviously if you guys are ballers, if you have all the cash in the world, if you can get whatever, try this phone out. It's got a crazy wow factor, right? It's not available here in the US. Try this phone out. But if you've got one purchase to make, if you want to purchase a foldable and you don't have that much money and you've got one purchase to make, I would still get the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. And one of the main reasons is because of the software, right? The US compatibility with this phone blows this thing out of the water. Now, again, I got it working. I got this thing going. I got notifications going, right? So for me, yeah, I love messing around with it. I love playing around with the phones and customizing them and doing all that. But for you guys, if you guys just want something that's going to work, but you're ready to enter the foldable market, I would try this. This is going to be plug and play, set up and go. This is going to work with Google. You're still going to get the big screen. You're still going to get the big screen, the big tablet screen, right? You're going to get the Samsung UI. You're going to get the better software, and you're going to spend about $700, right? Versus $1,400, $1,500, or even the Fold 5, which is what? $1,800, or on discounts, whatever. So if you guys, if you guys are looking to enter into the foldable market, but you also want a phone that you're going to just use and not have to worry about, and you're going to have fun with, you're going to love the software on, it's going to feel polished, finished, I would go with the Galaxy Fold 4. I know, probably let the hate begin, but you know what? That's just my opinion, just comparing the two phones. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you as always for tuning in, and stay tuned. We're going to have more videos.